So why is it so hard for people to identify their own unmet needs and their belief systems?
Well, it's kind of like a fish identifying the water that he's swimming in, right?
Hmm.
We've grown up, this is our truth, right? So think beliefs is everything you've learned about life, right? So we don't know if it's true or not, honestly. We've just grown up with people teaching us about the world that we live in, and we have to learn about the world that we live in, right? So the math we've learned, the English, the grammar rules that we've learned, the social rules that we've learned, they all come from the early environments that we've grown up with, what we've learned in life, right? Some of those things we've learned still are useful as we become adults. Some of those things that we learn when we're young don't make as much sense when we're adults. And we usually don't question our beliefs until something comes up that causes us to question it. And so, because we don't question our beliefs, it doesn't make sense to look at it. How would I, like, let's say 2 plus 2 didn't equal 4. I'm not going to spend my life thinking, wondering whether or not 2 plus 2 equals 4. It's just, okay, I accept that, right? The only time I would ever re examine that is if somebody credible suggested to me that it might not equal 4. Then I'd get curious and go, oh, really? Well, let me examine that. But I would not change my belief until I was thoroughly convinced because I'd believing 2 plus 2 equals 4 for this long. Well, it's the same thing about believing in unicorns or believing people are inherently untrustworthy or evil, or that people are inherently good, or that men are better, stronger than women, or,
Hmm.
anything we've learned. And unfortunately, some of the things that we've learned are I'm not worthy unless I prove myself. I'm
Hmm.
not good enough unless I prove myself. This world's not a safe. This world's not safe unless I have someone really strong protecting me. And some of those beliefs are the beliefs that can make it cumbersome to make changes in life
Hmm.
because you can't see them. So I can say that I've actually pointed beliefs out to people. Like I've helped them. I have this belief map and people we can figure out through people's survival strategies or their saboteurs, we can start figuring out and mapping what people's core unmet needs are and what their beliefs are, what their survival system is. And someone can look at that and go, wow, that resonates. I can totally see why that this is behind why I do this. They still don't shift
Hmm.
and they forget about it. It's because the neural pathways are drilled so deep. So the only way to shift is to start experimenting, right? All the things I was going to do to figure out why 2 plus 2 really doesn't equal 4. You have to do that with every belief you're trying to undo. You have to really get in to going, okay, let me really examine the evidence here. You can't just tell yourself I'm worthy and suddenly believe you're worthy. If you've been spending your whole life believing you're unworthy, you have to figure out for yourself that you're still worthy, even if you don't make zillions of dollars and achieve all these awards or whatever it is that you think will make you worthy.
I would think this makes for some powerful homework assignments from a coaching session
Oh, yes.
to
Oh,
help your
yes.
clients if they're ready, because it sounds like if they're not ready, it can't happen. It won't happen because it's so personal. These belief systems are so ingrained and so personal, really.
Yeah, they only happen if the client's interested in
Hmm.
it enough to overcome their own fear
Yeah.
of whatever's on the other side of what they've believed their whole life, right? So I would say what the experience is kind of like is clinging to something and not believing it's safe to let go.
Hmm.
And the solution is not to say let go. I
Hmm.
think a lot of people think the solution is just to let go, right? But you have to do some exploration to find out that it's safe to let go.
Hmm. I love that you're bringing that up. That's so important. That's so important.